YouTube listeners, our thousands of followers. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Happy Summer Friday.
Yeah.
We are
I want to go.
pumped. Okay,
Like,
let's get into it.
Yeah, I had more notes for this one than I have in a while.
Okay, first of all, I
my
just
God.
have to say, I don't know where Julia found this book, but I freaking loved it so much. I enjoyed it. And please don't judge me, okay? I know it was a very messed up book, but it was so entertaining. It was like a car wreck that I could not look away from. I just had to keep going and finish the story because I'm like, dang, okay. My most favorite story was the very first one, and that just got me into such a grip. I could not let go. Oh my gosh, that person, the guy he was talking about, the realness of it, like the rawness of it. Oh my goodness, I was like, I felt bad for the guy, but also cringing, and I was like, oh, this is so gross. I hate it and I love it at the same time. So good. I really liked his unnecessary performativeness. Like, who was he trying to please? Like, being all feminist and whatnot. Like, at the end of the day, this soy boy couldn't even get any. And, like, what was the point of it all? And at the end, he puts on a ski mask and turns all villainous or whatever. So good. I loved it so much. The first story itself had me, like, totally into it, and I really liked that story. The second story, too, was like, I don't know. Again, I felt the same thing I felt for this first guy. I felt sorry for the person, but at the same time, I was like, geez, it must be exhausting living like this. And do you guys ever have conversations like they did in the book, like holding space? Or, oh, I'm Minal and I'm a cis hetero woman, I guess? Like, do you ever introduce yourself like that when you meet new people? No.
No,
No, but
I
I
know some
know
people that
people like
yeah.
that.
I know I
Wait, I'll wait for my turn.
I know a couple people like that, but then I know more people that know people like that, and it's mostly people who work like deep in LA.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
It happens a
Okay,
lot
that
there.
makes
this
sense.
book is so LA coded. I'm not even joking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or like
LA,
LA
New
or
York,
San
New
yeah,
York.
Francisco or Seattle or any
yeah.
Right.
big cities. Yeah, pretty.
Yeah. The third story was the weirdest to me. My gosh, that guy's fetishes just started from here and just zoomed up all the way up to the moon. I was like, where is this even going? Like he just kept going and going and going and going. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was so funny. And that was the San Francisco tech bro. I was like, sorry,
Oh my
entrepreneur
God.
bro. He was like, oh, why is it? I really like that last sentence that it finished on. Nobody ever told me no. I was like, okay, well, obviously, no one ever told you no, clearly. That was so good. What was the other one? Oh, yeah, the story about the non-conformative Asian girl. That too was like really interesting. But the part I liked most about it was this whole book was called Rejection, and he himself self rejects and self criticizes his work in the form of a rejection letter. I thought that was like so cool and meta. Like this whole thing was like, I don't really like to swear, but I have to say this was like a mind fuck all over. It was good. I really enjoyed it. I didn't think I would like it, but from the very first story, I was like, this is so messed up. I love it.
Yeah,
That's how I felt.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
I was just thinking, like, is this guy, the author, like trying to. Was it just a bunch of liberal garbage, or was it a critique of liberal garbage? To me, it felt like it was both.
I don't know. I'm wondering the same thing. I'm wondering the exact same thing. I was just like, did he mean this? Like, do you know what I mean? Or I don't know. I don't know. Anyways,
That's
I'll
why. I'm thinking maybe it was him critiquing all of this nonsense, but at the same time, he really knew what he was writing about. Like, clearly, he knew all the ins and outs of this liberal jargons and stuff. So it was interesting. It was fun, but it was so messed up. But yeah, you guys can go now.
okay. I think Julia needs to talk.
go. Okay, I'll go. I fully went into this book thinking I was gonna hate it. I thought this was gonna be like a Sunbury Trials, and I was just like, it's gonna be a hate read, like whatever. I I loved this book. I absolutely loved this book. It had me on the edge of my fucking seat. Let me tell you, it was just so fucking entertaining. I don't know what it was about this one. First things first, in general, I love a book of short interconnected stories. I think that's like one of my favorite like types of book. Is like those short stories that like they have characters in the other short stories. I don't know, like the movie Crash. I love stuff like that. I think that's just so interesting and it's so entertaining. So like that alone was like really good to me. It was just like it was just crazy. Like it was crazy. It was like reality TV. Do you know what I mean? Like it was
Yeah.
so fucking weird. You just like could not look away. I was just like, what the hell? And it was so it was just so entertaining. Like it was so incredibly entertaining. Like the first guy, like that whole story was like so interesting to me and just like so fucking funny. And the narrow shoulders, open minds, like the whole like I like loved every single character. Like I hated them. Do you know what I mean? It was just like so fucking funny. Like he was a feminist and he couldn't get laid.
Something's going wrong.
Uh-oh.
Oh, so I think it's Julia's end.
Yeah. Oh no. Not the iPhone heating up.
We see you pretty well. Oh, maybe it's the iPhone dying. It's not even sunny today, though.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, we
it's
can hear.
back. It's back.
Sorry, if I get a call, I'm on Discord. Like it gets all weird. And then like him with the fucking ski mask at the end, like his like weird online. I loved how every fucking character was just so just battling themselves. Like they were literally fighting nobody else but themselves the entire fucking time. And I thought that was just so fucking funny. It's just like nobody cares. You know what I mean? I don't know. The Neil thing, that bitch was crazy. Allison was fucking crazy. Oh my god! And I felt so bad for the poor bird. I was like, I hope the bird doesn't die. Like all of the
Yeah,
stories were just like so funny and interesting. And the thing is, like, I know people like that in real life. Like, there are people who are fucking like that, and they are insufferable. Do you know what I mean? Like, every single one of these characters is absolutely insufferable, and you know one of these people in real life. Like, I know somebody. You know what I mean? And that's like not to discredit like that because I don't want to get canceled. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But like, some people just take like I think this is just an example of like just taking things way too fucking far and way too fucking serious. Like it's never that fucking serious as it is in your head. My God, the fucking Julian and Kat fucking story when he writes that movie script about how he's a world leader and his dick is like the dome of the world and people just have to suck him off and jack him off because it's oh my god, it was just so funny. It was just like what in the actual fuck? He's just like I'm gonna sound just really nasty right now. Like I want you to fuck me and it's so hard my dick comes out of the tip of your dick. I know that doesn't make sense. He gives him a recipe for making realistic fucking cum and then gives him a vegan option. Are you fucking kidding me? It was just like it was just like what in the actual fuck? Like everything was just so out of pocket. I loved it. I loved it. Like Cat too, when like the girl in the end was like black or like Asian fishing, and she was just like, you know, she ended up being like a Bethany who like graduated from Harvard or whatever, and then like the rejection letter in the end too. Like it was like, like Manel said, it was like so meta. I don't know. I personally fucking love this book. Like, and I think maybe I loved it because I felt like a criticism of that. You know, I think if I felt like it was like more literal, I wouldn't feel the same way. But I don't know. I just like it was fucking entertaining. This has to be one of the most entertaining books I've ever read. Like I'm not even joking. Because it was just so fucking crazy. Like you were just in for a ride the entire fucking time. Like the entire time. The entire time. Like the coochie stain. And then like the group chat, like I loved the group chat. I thought the group chat was so fucking funny. I'm like, you guys, this is like my safe space. Like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to describe it. I just thought this book was fucking hilarious. And I actually got this book as a recommendation from one of like the newsletters I read in the morning. Like newsletters in the morning I read. Like email newsletters. And I was like, oh, like this sounds funny. Yeah. So yeah. That's my favorite part, like my favorite story was like Cat in the end with that fucking insane insane story. The fucking character limit, and it was just like continue. Oh my god, and his like weird boyfriend. Anyways, yeah.
Okay.
I just like love this for story too. How like that's how incels get made.
I
Like you know what I mean? Like that's just
oh
yeah.
no, she'll be okay. My mom was bugging me. Apparently the reason she's bugging me is because like my old neighbor needs help turning off her phone light, so she can wait. Like that's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Her phone light, like her iPhone
I think just
flashlight.
like her iPhone light, she can't turn it off, and I'm like, okay,
Oh.
she'll be fine. Like I'll get to it, but it's not like that. That's not like an actual emergency. Um, okay, I liked this book. I didn't like it as much as you guys, but I did rather like it. You guys are like obsessed, and I appreciate that. I think I might know why. Um, how do I explain this? It's relatively easy to explain. I think the reason why this didn't like shock me as much is in general about all of this stuff. This is how guys just talk when we talk. We think all of you women are stupid because we view a lot of you like Allison. Wussy guys, we talk about them in that way. The people on Twitter, like I just like a lot of like the YouTubers that are just guys kind of talk like this too, like ultra raw, like really, you know what I mean? So it wasn't as like mind blowing to me, but I also like, I like this content because for sure, in my mind, for sure, he was critiquing. I can't imagine this, this being like anything else. And, he hit pretty much all of the main big ones. By the way, there was only there was like a couple of things you guys said that I didn't even catch or I didn't even hit. Um, the third guy, the gay guy,
Mm-hmm.
basically like halfway through when like he started like getting like super graphic with like his like homo sex basically I skipped. I was like nope, I'm good, because I could tell it was just gonna keep going and I'm like nope, because
You
like
missed out.
I can't help but picture stuff and I'm like I'm not here to, nope, I'm good. Does that make me a homophobe? Probably, but that's cool. Like like I am a homophobe of
Exactly.
picturing that kind of stuff, but otherwise I quite liked that character. It was just geez, I just couldn't deal with it. The whole thing at the end of like the girl making up the story and making up that whole Twitter bot thing, that was like kind of weird and interesting. This I think that this guy is like a very very terminally online guy. Do you know what I mean by? I think that's
For
why
sure.
he
Yes.
knows. I think that's why
Yes.
he knows
Yeah.
he knows this stuff so well, and probably dislikes it, and so therefore it was like through sarcasm. But I'm sure like he just sounds like a very terminally online guy because a lot of the humor, especially a lot of the tech humor and like gaming humor, and like there was so much woven in that was like really, really, really like deep kind of humor. I was like, dude, this guy's like 4chan status. Have you guys ever been
Mm.
on 4chan?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
it's deep. It's deep. So I appreciate that. That was pretty cool. My favorite was probably also the first guy. It definitely like started off with a bang. That guy was
Mhm.
like hilarious. I'm trying to think. I don't quite know someone exactly like that, but I know several guys that are like on the road to being like that. Um, yeah. um, let me see. You guys already talked about. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I think his might have been like maybe like the least interesting and like the least shocking, but like the tech startup guy. I think what it
Dude,
was
bro.
is
Yeah.
I think that guy's narrator was like phenomenal, and I
Oh
think
my gosh,
that's I think
yes.
that's what took it to the next
Yeah.
level. Because like if it wasn't
Yeah.
that narrator, I probably wouldn't have been like cracking up as much. But his
Yeah.
delivery of that whole section was like amazing. So like the
Yeah.
tech startup
Yeah.
guy was
Yeah.
quite good for sure. Um,
I'm glad
so
we listen. I'm glad we listened to it too, because I.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, but
yeah,
all of
and
the characters are really good, and I'm glad they were all different characters.
right, the different characters helped like a ton.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, so the the interweaving characters was cool and whatnot. One thing that I wasn't quite clear on, like when the entire like Like, was he getting at like the non-gender, whatever the hell she was, woman, the fourth girl, was obviously like that entire thing was a fabrication. We don't know like her
Mhm.
actual story. Is the point that we don't know any of their actual stories too, or was like that the only like fake one? And I know it doesn't even really matter. I was just curious what you guys thought the author's intention was, because in
It
my
was
mind,
in
by undermining it, like it made me question the entire book, which is like cool and fine, but
Mhm.
yeah,
he implied that the bots wrote different versions of the story, right? So what we were getting was like one
sure.
version of
And
it. So
right,
that's what I
but was it just a different version of hers, or were they all made up versions? You think? I guess
I don't
we
know.
don't really know.
We don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was quite good. I enjoyed it quite a lot. But like I said, like I had a feeling you guys were gonna dig this book too, but I'm like surprised you guys were like all gung ho, like freaking like loved it. I think that's tight. Um, but yeah, like I said, most of these takes make total sense to me, and I talk like this all the time, but in different circles. So it doesn't like I don't know.
That's a little bit scary.
Well, and I mean, oh, I guess I take that. I talk like the author all the time
Um.
in
Okay.
trashing
Little
people.
that's sus.
Yeah.
Scary, but okay. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, pretty good. I'm like for me it's like solid 4 territory. It's like leaning towards a 5. I'm not really quite sure. What are you guys gonna be at?
For me, it's a 5 because I'd recommend this just for like the shock factor alone.
Yeah.
You're like, you want
It
to
does
ask
have
me
shock
a really
factor.
fucking crazy story? Let me give it to you. Like, if
I'm
I knew
just trying
somebody who was super chill and wanted to read a good story, I'd be like, this one, baby, this one.
I'm trying to imagine if I give this 5 stars, which I think I will, and somebody from
What does it
office
say about you?
picks it up and they get to the 3rd chapter and they're like, what the heck is Mina reading? But I don't care. It was
Oh,
so
It-
good. There's like so many layers into
yeah,
this book. We could keep diving in, but like, oh my gosh. I want
yeah.
to meet
And
someone
like,
like this in real life.
me too. And like, even aside from the actual like story itself, the writing was really good.
the
Oh
writing
I
was
yeah.
really liked
quite
the
good.
writing.
And
It,
the
it also
writing was
had
so densely packed with
yeah.
euphemisms
Yeah,
and sarcasm,
yeah,
and that was like the most fast-paced like I, man, I have a feeling that with all of these people, it was hard to even narrate and like not get like tongue
yeah.
tied and like just screwed up with you, because it was like hardcore, and I loved that. Like it didn't do you any favors, and you really just had to be like paying attention to like every little weird metaphor and
Yeah,
reference, and yeah,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
yeah,
But it was also cool how he kind of varied the writing styles for each character. Like the
Right.
first guy was for like
Yeah.
short sentence, and for the other people it was like the San Francisco guy. He was like long sentences, like trying to show that he's so smart and whatnot.
yeah.
So that was pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And then the tech guy with all of his like bros and like his
Bro,
Omega Gen
human
Z or
trafficking, even though they consented.
It was fun.
Any lawyers out there, maritime? Like, shut the fuck. Like, that's like the Dave Blizzarin of the world. Do you know what I mean? Or whatever the fuck his name is. Do you guys know who that is?
Dave Blizzarin. I don't
Like,
think
that's
so.
an Andrew Tate. No, okay, don't
Okay.
even look that shit up. He's like,
Oh, he's someone like that. I got it.
yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
I ended up texting quotes of this to several of my friends, especially like again like the really really like deep internet meme kind of stuff from like there was some memes before memes were a meme thing. Like there was some internet humor from like the 90s, which kind of shocked me. Yeah, this guy's hardcore and he knows his stuff.
You know who I would have loved to have read this book? Hard. Like, you guys reading this book in the fucking studio, like, just the humor that would fucking come out of it, I just know it would be phenomenal.
Yeah, we'd have to like read it out loud or something like that. Like
I can
real
imagine
loud.
AJ sitting there just like reading passages, like really seriously.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I saw
Nobody
all of them
feels.
on 4th of July, by the way.
Oh,
Like
how
everybody
was
said
it?
hi. It was great. They all came here, saw my new place, and we got like pizza and watched. We watched Independence Day actually. Good
So
times.
funny. Are they all doing well?
Everybody's doing good. Yeah. Mm, oh
Everybody still have their
gosh.
same jobs?
More or less. Henry's still kind of like floating around, and he just got back from another one of those army videographer tour things that he does over in I think Georgia or wherever it is. AJ's still in the same
Mm,
spot. RJ's still in the same spot. Yeah,
good.
doing pretty good. Oh, I just
It's kinda nice.
realized. Bye YouTube. Probably
Bye.